So this is Cinegear before Cinegear. Here's our booth, all alone over here. We get our banners hung, just get all the heavy stuff here, so we just have to bring cameras on the day.
Cal can spot me.
Welcome to the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I'm in the Whopper.
Spent all day prepping today. I'm exhausted. We've got our demo cameras, Mini, Venice 2, covered in pivot balancers on all sides. So we'll be demoing single point and also double point with a double mantis setup.
Yeah. There's like a little bit of lag when you actually work. So we're at Cinegear 2026. I'm on this first ever motorized, what are these called? Furniture dolly. Oh my God! Oh Jesus. Yeah, it's a good time. Oh my God. That is shockingly fast. I'm just luggage. I'm just a piece of equipment. I'm not actually sure. I did like a calculation for the speed. Like a ramp up of.
This is the world's largest Apple box. These are the world's smallest tools. Okay, we have giant Apple boxes. We also have giant mantises. This is speed rail, and then the rest is like 3D printed and laser cut wood. This can hold like 1,200 pounds. Not really, it would probably break under like 5 pounds. So the new Easy Rig Vario 6. We've got a mantis on there, of course. We're demoing the pivot balancer, which is to pivot and balance the mount point of your camera. And then we've got this rig with 2 pivot balancers, which lets us do stuff like this. Very useful for I don't know what, but in all honesty, it balances out your handheld, so when you tilt, you're not kind of lifting some of the camera up. So very nice for many reasons, and that's with a dual mantis setup, because you got to have 2 lines. And yeah,
He's doing what I had to do. Oh no, you can just stand up.
Ended a little late. See anything sick? Just crazy. Film for themselves to study. That's usually I like the, pretty good. I'll check with you. Okay, Adam. It's on. Oh, can I get a receipt?
You should come through the offices at some point and help us do the fine-tune the follow mode stuff.
Dude,
or at least
so many ideas.
I would be curious to see like what profile you end up with, because we have some like pretty good levers to pull.
Yeah,
I would be curious where
that's
you end
my
up
dream.
at.
Like that's so nice. It's so much more comfortable to get close to your body like that. Dude, it feels like a Cadillac.
It feels pretty good, honestly.
It's really nice. I'd want to see how like snappy I can get it.
Yeah, that's why I think we should spend some time get like a Chris hair profile. That would be sick.
Because this is like, if I was doing really controlled stuff, this is great, but if I have to move.
Well, all that's like super, I doubt my Bluetooth will connect right now, but
yeah.
I'll show you the app later.
And my monitoring, I would also, can you put a hand on it for a sec? This is the torque head.
It's been in development for a while, and it's kind of starting to hit prime time. It's a modular head, so each axis can be used on its own. So you could use just roll, you could use tilt roll, or you could use pan tilt roll in kind of any orientation. They have different yokes, so you can kind of expand it out or compress it down like this for handheld. Because like I don't need to have the clearance here to do a ton of tilting because I'm in this sort of handheld gimbal mode, and then the ring follows the camera. And yeah, you have 360-degree rolls, so you could just start this spinning. It's a whole new motor technology as well, and it's like designed here in Los Angeles, so it's cool that it's local. And they listen to their customers really well, and they have a really close relationship with the users, which is very important with something this complex. So yeah, the torque kit. This is my friend Jason.
Hello.
Camera operator.
I like Blackbird and I like Mantis.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What was your favorite booth to visit?
We're about to go find out. We're at GFM now. They have our Mantis hanging on their new rickshaw. It's very cool. We did a custom color for them. We did a kind of their GFM gray. I think it looked pretty nice. And then I wanted to show the YouTube this. So this is their, remind me what that's called again?
The dual lift kit.
The dual lift kit. So you, with what you already have on your GFM dolly, you can add, if like you have a slider, you add this dual lift kit, and now you get like a compound boom. Yeah.
Camera goes all the way to the bottom, and you double the lift range, which already which you have with your dual lift kit. Yeah.
So it's kind of like this, the concept behind a techno crane, where you have a cable that's pulling different segments. So as this booms up, it pulls on this string, which pulls on that slider and doubles your range. So that's very cool.
This
And on
cord,
top of it, you also get full 360.
Right, and you can swing it. And this cord is rated for what? This is some really
you
special
can do
stuff.
probably at least 2,000 pounds on
2,000
it.
pounds.
It's the same cord they also use in stunt rigging.
Stun
so-
ring, right? So you'll hang a human off this.
Yes.
So you can definitely hang a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. And then this, you can set stops. You can change the speed and the feathering. So like, instead of working with a hydraulic, it's much more sort of repeatable, and you're not dealing with ancient hydraulic technology in a way. So,
This dolly is
Very
available
cool.
through Treefort.
oh yeah, Treefort in LA has one of these.
Available for rent in Los Angeles.
Available to rent. They also have mantises, manti.
We love our mantis.
Yeah, I love your mantis kits too. And then they have, KFX has this spinner. What are they calling that?
It's the Halo rig.
The Halo rig, right. So it's a super beefy motor and bearing that can spin either underslung or overslung. You could spin a whole set on it. Goes really fast. And you can set that at a speed, and you can motion control cut between different takes, like someone changing an outfit or, you know, whatever you're doing. A lot of uses for that. I just picked this up, so I don't really know what it is, but it looks like a single channel from Preston.
So basically, this is a single channel for any channel. So you can do focus, iris, zoom, or a lot of people with our older MDR3s. Are you familiar with our gear?
Very.
Okay.
Intimate.
The MDR3s, you can use the aux port you can use this to control a rotopolar.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
interesting.
when the hand unit is operating something, you can actually observe what's going on. Right now, it's observing where the light ranger is seeing,
okay.
so that the person who is looking at this can be like, okay, here's where the action is. And then if you're in iris, if like zoom, you could see where the zoom is. Some people have talked about how they would want one on here, plugged in, and then want one wirelessly, because like maybe the DP / operator would want to do his own adjustments here without
Right.
having to remove a motor.
Right.
And that would
Oh, I
be why
see.
you would have one here and then also have one over there.
And then limits. So, like, say you're doing an iris pull going into a room, you can set
Yeah,
a
you're
limit.
gonna be
so
able
you
to
can
set
watch the
limits.
monitor, and you can
Yes.
just go and not worry
Yeah,
about.
I don't think that's
overshooting.
operational right now, but
Right.
yes, you will be able to do that.
And no more rings.
No more
iris
rings.
Wow, that is so strange to hold. But it feels nice. It's lighter than I thought. director's viewfinder. Do you have a way to override?
You need this cable to go into your lens control system normally, right? And here currently the lens is powered through the mount. So obviously for director's viewfinder, we don't have these options per se. We don't want to have like a hand so we will have a cable. By the way, all the final cables will be angled at 90 degrees. You will have a cable that goes to 7-pin LEMO to USB-C. So if you have like just a very small battery pack, you could plug it in there, power the lens, and then you can basically do these adjustments that you would need. You know, directly and sensitivity-wise, but basically this is the idea.
Okay,
this is
so
not
I
for,
can open up.
This is not really for pulling. This is more of adjustments and checks.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, that's. I knew you guys would have an answer for it, but that's more than I was expecting. So you can focus like that and change your iris. That is so cool. It's like magic. So they have their 3-axis handheld version over there. And then they've got 2 on a Steadicam right now, like this. So roll ring mode, like in like Trinity, sort of. So you can like dip the Steadicam down and it stays level. And then I used that the other day, handheld on the Ready Rig. It felt really good. What I'm excited about with Noto and the Torque Head is that, you know, they're a LA-based company, and Boyd is a DP, and they listen to their operators. So it's going to be an opportunity to actually talk to the manufacturer that builds your gimbal and dial in like this follow mode settings in a way that makes sense versus like a DJI where they kind of set it and then they don't kind of change after that. Because there's so many features I want to see in the Ronin 2 that they're just never going to add. But with this, we can kind of start fresh, which is pretty interesting. So I'm going to be hitting them up to do some software tweaks and see how good we can get the follow mode. I think there's a ton of potential there. So I'm very excited about that with the Torque Head. So a good friend of mine, Aaron Hamill and Matthews, developed a script rail system. It's like expandable speed rail. So you have your normal speed rail size, and then you have like an internal shaft that's smaller. So you can have a bunch of short segments that telescope out. So like when you're trying to triangulate stuff, you don't have to have like the perfect length each time. You have some flexibility. So you would tighten that down once you've extended it, so you can kind of have less speed rail than you would normally have in like a pipe organ where you have like every single length. You could just have a bunch of these and be able to build a larger variety of things. So that's through Matthews.
Yes, it's a prime lens, but it's got 3 rings, which is unique. So the 3rd ring is a detuning ring. It goes from 0 to 5, but we could crank it to any number you want, really.
And which is like the sharpest? 0 is the least amount of detune?
0, the detune's off, so you have just your normal lens there.
Okay.
These are old vintage rehoused Japanese medium format lenses. Some have speed boosters, and basically the detuning is changing the air gap between the lens elements, introducing aberration, spherical aberration, and what you get is, we wanted to keep the center sharp, and softness on the edge comes in, so you get some interesting swirl to the bokeh, and you get this softness around the edge. So you could crank it to a 5 for a really strong effect, or you could keep it at 0, or find anything in between. Now it does shift focus as you do it, so you have to refocus. It's more of
a look adjustment.
And we do give you marks for 1 through 5 for what your new infinity mark is. But otherwise, it's sort of on the focus puller to figure it out. But
just fall away. Deep. I'm on 0 detune. The center sharp. I mean, the whole image is sharp. So you're basically bringing in kind of an out of focus area to add character to the lens.
If you want to see more about the CSLA Helix lenses with a detuning ring, check out cslareynolds.com. They have the Cine lens test up in the top bar where you can look at the Helix or a ton of other spherical lenses against another. You can play them at the same time. You could full screen them. They have this whole motion control light that moves around in the background, so each test is the same. They've got anamorphic primes, a whole bunch. They've got zooms, ton of zooms, and a load of spherical lenses to test and compare. Very, very handy. They put like 40 or 50 hours into shooting these tests, so check it out.
Okay, so this is a hybrid film camera. So it shoots film and digital. So the most basic way to explain it is that instead of a ground glass, so like in a traditional film camera, old film cameras, the reflex. So when the mirror was phased over the gate, it would project your lens path directly into an imager. In the old school days, it was a ground glass, and then there was an optical relay off of that, and then you could use your viewfinder and optical tap. So now instead, the imager is a digital sensor, and so you're reflecting directly onto the digital sensor and getting a direct feed from the image path, the path from the lens to the digital sensor. So you're getting a direct feed. There's no relay. There's no other optics other
You're
than
not filming a ground glass
exactly
with a camera.
Yes. There's no external camera. You're getting a direct feed from the optical path from the mirror.
So you can see the sensor on the side there, right? So the image is going to get split, I guess, alternating frames, right?
Not so much alternating frame because one rotation will give you 2 exposures. So it's off by a little less than a frame, like a little less than half a frame.
Very cool. And why would I want to do this? Like, what is sort of the use case for this?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons. So, I mean, the last film cameras were made 20 years ago. They're older technology that we're really just shoehorning into digital sets now. Support is made for digital pipeline, and this just allows you to shoot film basically on a digital pipeline, so you can use it as proxy, you can use it as daily, you can use it as usable footage. It is absolutely usable footage with like all your usual codecs, and you can even do RAW. The image processing will be based on how like film scans will look, so more of an exposure tool than just a color like live LUT. So it will react to exposure closer to how film is, so more accurate reference. You can use it. So documentary guys were telling me, hey, I can shoot on digital, and then when I'm ready to roll film, I can roll film. To save film, you can just roll all day when you want to, and then shoot film when you want to.
I feel like a lot of people are doing like mixed media stuff where you're shooting a little film, you're shooting a little digital. That's really cool.
Yeah, you can use it as insurance. A lot of people are DMing me saying, hey, this is great because I can pitch film. It helps me pitch the film because it's insurance.
Those clients that are on the edge, like, we like it, but it's too risky. What if or if you're learning how to shoot film and you want to use it on a project, you kind of have that safety.
Absolutely. I've already had institutions reach out and say, hey, this is the perfect teaching tool for film, and I say, absolutely, this is for the next generation of film users.
Yeah, very cool. They got a whole UI here. And some emulations I see, so you can match your digital to what film you're shooting, and like that.
Yeah, so you can have a live LUT and then have the image actually processed close to how your scan will look for like a more accurate exposure tool.
Yeah, those are sick. That's very cool. Very nice. I love cool new creative things. It looks like a lot of work went into this.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Just like that, we're all done. Pete, how was your show?
It was good. Yeah, I got in trouble though.
Oh, why?
They called security on me.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to say why.
Okay.
Because you're going to show this to a billion people.
Oh, jeez. Here's our Howell's Moving Castle. Good job, everybody.
When you get paid?
What? You got a pivot balancer. Nice. Thank you. What did they bring you instead of tiramisu?
The best they could do was a wine glass full of blueberries and basically cocktail garnish. And she stuck it in a glass and offered to pay for it. She's like, that's on me. So here we are. I tell you what, Robin can try it. Here we go. Syrupy blueberry. There you go. It's not quite as nice as a piece of tiramisu. Here comes the aeroplane, bitch.
I say urinal. You say?
Urinal.
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 Thank you.